Try to do on the show is show you food from all parts of the world. Today we're going to the Philippines and we're going to do a dessert called a halo halo or a halo halo. I apologise if I pronounced it wrong. It is a wonderful dessert. I went to the Philippines about 10-12 years ago and ate this over there, and it is so good. It's a beautiful, refreshing dessert that is perfect for this time of the year, especially over here in Australia. And it isn't that hard to make. You just got to make sure you get the right ingredients. But I'll run you through the process. It is very simple. And if you've never been to the Philippines before, it is it's a gorgeous country, beautiful people, and some of the best diving in the world. Went to a little place called Puerto Galera down south and learnt to dive with the sharks. One of the best experiences of my life, and nice and cheap too. So, but here we go. So, coconut milk is in the pot. We've got about 400 mils, which is a tin of coconut milk, and I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of honey into here. So the purpose, or the reason why we're doing this, is to sweeten the honey. So if you don't have honey, you could also use sugar, I guess, or palm sugar, but most people have honey in their cupboard, and generally a tin of coconut milk. And that is basically, well, that is the base of the dessert. So what we're going to do with this is make a shaved ice. When you eat it in the Philippines, it comes out of a machine. It's like a granita. Okay, so to make a granita, how we do that, and a granita is basically a frozen ice. We put the cream or the coconut milk and the honey into a tray, pop that into the freezer until it sets frozen. Okay, once it's frozen, then we grab a fork and just run that through the top of the or throughout the whole of the frozen dessert, and it becomes flakes or granites, and then we pop it back in the freezer just to keep it nice and frozen until we're ready to serve the dessert, which I'll show you a little bit later. Now, to put the dessert together, we use fresh fruit, fresh tropical fruit, whatever's in season. At the moment we've got some rock melon, some pawpaw or papaya. We've also got some mangoes and some passion fruit. And when you think about these fruits, you really think of the tropics and summer and really nice things like that. And we've also got some sweetened fruit and some sweetened beans, which I'll run through. If you can have a look over here, you can get these ingredients in your Asian grocery store. This is actually a halo mix here, which I'll spin right there for you. So you can actually buy this, and inside here we've got the, as you can see, we've got the kidney beans or the mung beans. We've got white beans. I know it doesn't sound very nice, but it is actually nice because what they've done is sweeten this in a sugar syrup. Then there's some jackfruit, there's some banana, and a couple of other different fruits in here. So that's one way of buying the halo halo mix. Or the other way is to buy it individually. So you can buy your sweetened jackfruit, you can buy your sugared palm or palm sugared fruits, and you can get some sweetened mung beans and also some sweetened bananas in syrup, and also some young coconut, which I think is probably the most important of the ingredients that go into this dish, because we do have the coconut. We've got that. I'm running out of time because I'm talking too much. So what we've got here, the mix of the ingredients is in there: the beans, the coconut, the jackfruit, and also the palm sugar. And then I'm just going to clean this rock melon up and dice a few little pieces just to go into the bottom of our glass. Okay, so we'll move all that aside. Come over here. There we go. So just dice a little bit of fresh fruit up. So we've got some rock melon, which I'm going to add into the mix here. Lovely. We've also got some passion fruit, which I'm going to add into the mix. So I thought I had a long time and I started talking. This is what always happens to me. So we've got the mango, the passion fruit, and you should never do this at home. Put the mango cheek in your hand and run your knife over it, because you can cut yourself. That was really naughty of me. Always do it on the chopping board. So mango's in there. Gorgeous. And you could throw some pawpaw in there as well if you like. So we mix that all through. Look at that, doesn't that look beautiful? And it's really nice and sweet. And if you can, make the mix up and then pop it back in the fridge before your guests come over to serve it, because the colder this is, the better it is. Have a look at that. It's really nice and healthy. It is sweet. It does go down a treat. So at your next Asian-themed party or dinner, for a nice dessert for the kids to eat, this is the one. So now we grab that frozen coconut ice, which I was telling you about. Have a look at that. So as you can see, we've sort of forked it, so it's become these great granites of ice there. And we just scrape that out, top that over your fruit, and I'll go to the next glass now. And it's not finished yet. A dessert wouldn't be a dessert without a big scoop of ice cream on top. So we grab some vanilla ice cream, pop that on top, excuse fingers, and there you have Filipino hello hello. Absolutely gorgeous. Another great recipe coming up, but first, here's a giveaway thanks to